कृदन्त अव्ययानां मध्ये तुमुन् प्रत्ययस्य विषये किञ्चित् जानीमः. Let us learn some points about tumun pratyaya in the kridanta avyas. Tumun pratyayah. At the end of this lesson, we will learn when to use tumun pratyaya, what are the forms of tumun pratyaya, usage of tumun pratyaya in simple sentences. Tumun pratyayah. Pathitum, lekhitum, bhavitum, hasitum, khaditum, kartum, shrotum, netum, datum, hantum. So what do we observe in these pratyas? They end with tum, 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 tum. Very nice sound, and it is tum. Tum means it is having tumun pratyaya. What is the meaning, sir? What is the rule of this pratyaya? Now, tumun pratyaya, it will have tum at its end. This we understood from those words. This pratyaya also will occur to all the dhatus. This is a krit pratyaya, which will occur to all the dhatus, and they become avyayas. What is the rule of tumun pratyaya? We say it is kriyartha kriya. Let us understand what is the meaning of kriyartha kriya. Chhatraha pathitum vidyalayam gachanti. In order to read, the students go to the school. Karshakaha bijani vaptum bhumim karshati. In order to sow the seed, the farmer plows the earth. Bijani vaptum kim karoti bhumim karshati. Patitum kim kurvanti chhatraha vidyalayam gachanti. Sa dhanam sampadayitum abharanani vikrinati. In order to get money, she sells the ornaments. Dhanam sampadayitum sa kim kritavati abharanani vikritavati. Ramaha pitruvakyam paripalayitum vanangatavan. In order to fulfill his father's promise, Rama went to the forest. Now let us observe these four sentences. So there is a kriya that is being done. In the first sentence, it is gachanti. In the second sentence, it is karshati. In the third sentence, it is vikrinati. In the fourth sentence, it is vanam gachati or vanam gatavan. So these are the kriyas which is being done. Now, kriyartha kriya. For doing a particular action, we do one more action. Or in order to achieve a particular goal, we do a particular action. So the goal in the first sentence for the students is to read. Patitum, they want to read and become good scholars. So for that, what they do, they go to the school. Vidyalayam gachanti. So it is a kriyartha kriya. They have a goal in their mind. The goal is to be considered as well-read people in the society. For that goal, they are going to the school. It is a kriyartha kriya, which means I want to achieve something, which is why I am doing this now. Now, the second example is is a better example, and it probably cements our concept. Now, the farmer plows the earth. Why does he plow the earth? He has to sow the seed. So, bijani vaptum bhumim karshati. So, his aim is to sow the seed so that the plant can grow and he can have the yield. But what he does now at this moment is he is plowing the earth in order to achieve that final objective. She sells ornaments in order to achieve the final objective of getting money. He goes, what is the objective of Rama in going to the forest? He wants to fulfill his father's needs, father's promise. So, kriyartha kriya. So, this tumun pratyaya is used when a kriyartha kriya is being done. If an action is performed, prerequisite to accomplish another action, then to the dhatu denoting the previous action, will get tumun pratyaya. It is, so we have patitum, vaptum, sampadayitum, paripalayitum, Vanangatavan. Now, this, though it looks like a previous action, but it is a bhavishyad. What I mean to say here is, now if we come back to this Rama's example, Ramaha Pitruvakyam Paripalayitum Vanam Gatavan. Now, Pitruvakya Paripalana is not just going to the forest and remaining there for 14 years. Then the Pitruvakya Paripalana will happen. So, his current action is giving him a future achievement. Okay. When actually see Patitum, Vaptum, Sampadayitum, Paripalayitum, all the four Tumun Pratyas are the future things that we have in our mind. So the future things, for achieving something in the future, we are doing current action. This is what we have to understand in the Tumun Pratyaya.